Hey, Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
I'm Jer.
And we're the
Fragrance
Bros. Blues style.
With soul.
That's right. Coming at you this time again with another review, and this one again is on a Cereus fragrance.
Yes.
This time, number 6.
Yes.
And we'll get to the numbering in a minute.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
They introduced is 2007. I guess they released them all at the same time.
Probably so.
Classified as a woody aromatic. Notes are fennel, vetiver, licorice, cardamom, orchid, and coral amber, whatever that is. What'd you get out of longevity out of this?
Longevity on this is just average. Kind of is for all of them a little bit.
Yeah, I got average as well.
Yeah.
What about projection?
A little below average.
Really?
Yeah.
I got excellent.
Did you really?
One. Yeah. It really pushes out.
Not for me.
Oh, let me say this. I remember one time you came to my house and you wore this, and I could smell you all around the house. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just missing it then.
Maybe so. I will say this too. It disappears on my nose.
Okay.
A lot. So I had to like douse myself before I could even smell it.
Okay. Yeah,
And
me too. It's weak.
I don't know if my excellent opinion is because I douse myself or what.
Okay.
So
your mileage may vary on that one, I guess.
It might, yeah.
Okay.
Season, I would say this is Vivaldi.
Yay! Yeah, I'd agree.
I'd say it's probably good for almost any season.
Yeah.
But night mostly.
Yeah.
Purpose, I would say probably best for formal and maybe work if you're Dan Mish or Rascott.
Yeah.
Ryan Scott. Hello. And I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Ryan will get my reference in a minute.
Yeah.
What does this remind you of?
Well, I made a couple notes. I'm going to read them real quick. I thought the notes for this fragrance that they list on their website are ridiculous.
Okay.
Like this is what they say: fennel,
Yeah.
Spanish lemon murcia or murcia, quince,
Quince.
quince.
Yeah, it's like an apple.
Oh, I thought quince, Spanish for 15.
Well, it is.
Licorice
Maybe
bark.
someone got 15 apples and called it quince.
Maybe so. Spider orchid. I just thought, I mean, Cereus has this habit, like any house, of sort of playing up their notes of it being something amazing. But it's just orchid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just lemon. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways, this fragrance gets compared to Terre d'Hermes fairly often. Terre d'Hermes is orange and vetiver, and this is like lemon and vetiver. So it's just like a citrus vetiver thing. For me though, it does remind me of that. I do get the same feel. The problem for me though is that the way that this lemon plays out is weaker than Terre d'Hermes. It's not as ballsy and it's not as interesting.
Yeah.
So to me, it's kind of like the stupid cousin, you know,
Okay.
or like the I don't know. It's not good. It's not as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I smell this and I think I kind of wish I was wearing Terre d'Hermes. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny is I saw a Base Notes review of this, and they called the shoegazer version of this. Like, there's like of Terre d'Hermes.
Yeah. That's a good term for it.
Yeah. And my first reaction was not positive. I remember when I first tried this on, I hated it.
Wow.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But recently, when I was testing it, my first reaction was, it smells like Terre d'Hermes.
Yeah.
A lot like Terre d'Hermes.
Yeah.
There are differences.
Mm-hmm.
When I wore it, what I really got was that this smells like the offspring of Terre d'Hermes and B-Men, Ryan Scott. So that's why I think,
I can see that, yeah.
because there's a licorice note in there that reminds me of B-Men in some ways. To me, there's not enough difference in this and Terre d'Hermes, especially because Terre d'Hermes is cheaper.
Yeah.
And they both kind of do the same thing. They're vetiver fragrances.
Yeah.
And with this, you kind of get some of the same. I mean, I really thought you were wearing Terre d'Hermes that one day.
Wow.
I couldn't even tell the difference in the air.
Wow.
And when I wear it, I can smell it a little bit. There's that licorice adds some spice to it.
Mm.
But there's something peppery in Terre d'Hermes to begin with, so it has almost a spice to it.
Yeah.
Terre d'Hermes is more woody and dry than this is. But I wouldn't say this is really not dry. I think this still is dry, but Terre d'Hermes is more dry.
Mm.
And I hate to talk about Terre d'Hermes this whole time, but I mean I kind of have to, just because they're very similar.
It's fair.
I think the main players here are vetiver, fennel, licorice, and maybe orchid. I can smell a little fennel, a little tiny bit of orchid, but it's mostly vetiver and licorice is the main notes, main two players. The other notes are kind of just background supporting roles.
Yeah.
It lends itself well to mature businessmen, I think,
Mhm.
but so does Terre d'Hermes.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Bang for buck, again, typical prices, $125 for a 2.5 ounce, 75 mil.
Yeah.
Because this is so derivative, I don't think this is really worth it.
Nope. This does nothing that Terre d'Hermes doesn't do better,
Right.
and for cheaper. I can think of no reason to buy this instead of that.
Yeah.
In fact, I would advise you to not buy this and buy that instead.
Yeah. What about compliments?
I mean, Stephanie liked it okay, but it's just, it's just one of those things where I just feel like I could do better with the other one.
Yeah.
And you said it smelled okay on me, and you noticed it and all that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Terre d'Hermes, and so owning both of these, I can really pick out the differences, and I don't like this one as much. So, it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, my wife didn't really care for this one really at all. She commented that she didn't like this line when she smelled this,
Wow.
which is a generalization because she does like something from this line, which we'll get to later some other time. Final rating.
Let me give it a 2 out of 5. I just think that it doesn't do a good job. That's not fair. Alone, the fragrance smells just fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. It does have like this anosmic quality where I kind of lose it after a few hours.
Right.
You may still smell it on me, but I don't smell it. That kind of bugs me sometimes.
Yeah.
But because I do own both this and Terra, then I can't give it the respect.
Yeah.
Because I know that it can be done better.
Yeah.
So that's just my honest opinion.
Terre d'Hermes is cheaper, came out before,
Mhm.
so this really does seem almost like a copy.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that. On its own, I agree. It's fine. It
Yeah.
actually smells... If Terre d'Hermes did not exist, I think this smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though I would say, I have to keep my scoring in mind that I'm trying to keep it on just this one fragrance and not copy it. But that by itself says something about this fragrance.
It does.
That you have to try to not compare it to compare it.
Yeah.
Or, So for me, I think this is a 3.
Mhm.
I think it's a good fragrance,
Mhm.
but I would not buy this.
Yeah.
Because if I did buy something like this, of course it'd be Terre d'Hermes for cheaper.
Yeah.
Does it better.
Sure.
So
Boom.
that's that.
That's it.
So
Quick and easy.
let us know what you think of this. Have you tried Cereus No.6?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they changed the name from 5 to 6.
Yes.
Which is weird.
It's essentially the same thing, though.
Yeah, essentially the same thing. Have you tried number 5 or 6
Yeah.
of Cereus? Let us know in the comments down below if you like it, love it, hate it. Anyway, we'll see you next week with another fragrance review. We'll see you later with the Fragrance Brothers. Bye.
Bye.